What is up, everybody? Ace here, and I am back on the JFS, and standing in my base, and got some stuff to show you. Well, one major thing to show you, and that is, if you look over here, I have cleared out level 50. It is empty, completely clear. As you can see, I have some extra beacons around. I think I mentioned it. I don't know if I included the... Let me check my videos, because if it's still listed here, maybe I did. I killed a wither, and I think I recorded it, but I don't remember if I added it to the video. So if I didn't, oops, because I don't have the footage anymore. But we are here in base. I actually don't have any plans. I do actually have an idea for something, and I might cut away once I get to building it, because I think I want to make a building up on the surface as kind of a side project, because I want to set up a UHC related building, because of course it's me. And I kind of want to make use of some of the stuff I have, because, hoo boy, I got a lot of it. So it's probably going to be mostly stone and cobblestone. Maybe I'll use some of these blocks. The dirt has to wait. But let's go to the surface and see if we can scout out an area. I actually have no idea what I want to do in terms of how it's built. I had an idea of making it the letter A, but kind of on the ground. For, A for ace. But this is an idea. Maybe I'll look at building designs, and I don't want it to be too... It's not going to be grand, I don't think. But I think I'm going to move my rivalry book up there. But it's going to be UHC building, kind of like a Ward's Hall, I guess, kind of trophy room. That's what I'm looking for. That's the word. So maybe not immediately here, not exactly here. Maybe over there. Maybe up on that hill would be nice. Just a little building, because this area over here is all open space. Ooh, you have a trident. Let's see if you'll give it to me. Oof. No. That's okay. I also have the entire plains biome over there. I got plenty of open space. If I can get out of the water here. Let's see. Yeah, see all this open space here would be really nice to work with. Weather's over there, though. I don't know if he wants to make use of anything out here. I think I talked to him about it like a while ago. He asked me if it was okay to build in this area, and I said as long as it's not underground, it should be fine. So, but here could work as well. I'll just have to take this tree down. Maybe take this top layer off. Yeah. And then I could build a little something up here. Yeah, let's clear out the area. These animals, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them. But I will not kill them. So let's talk about a few updates. There's one thing I want to get out of the way while it's still on my mind. Because I mentioned on Twitter, and I think I mentioned in a video, I was working on another project where it's worst to best UHCs, and I recorded the audio, and all I had to do was put the footage together, and then I just kind of never did it. Yeah, I've just been busy with school and dealing with my mood and all, and it just kind of ended up slipping my mind recently. So I'll probably come back to that in time, but I'm not going to abandon it at all. I have no intentions to, at least. So Yeah, this will work. Be a nice bit of space here. I don't think I'm going to do the A-shaped building. I don't think it would fit up here, but I could just do like make some sort of building up here. Maybe like a little castle, a little fortress up here, a little fort overlooking the land. Maybe I could do something with this area in time. Some interesting stuff going on in this spot in particular. Got a nice view of the river. So yeah, we could probably figure something out with this. I'm gonna move some stuff up here, I think. But yeah, that's the main thing I want to update on, because it's popped into my mind a few times recently, like, I haven't done this yet. And recently it's been, I haven't talked about this yet. So, I want to make sure that I let you know that I still intend to finish it. Just when I feel like it, I guess. So, drop on down. And we're gonna throw these in here. Yes. Become very useful. Toss this in here. Dirt is gonna go somewhere out here. I've kind of cleaned up in this area some more. Let's see, how are my classes going? I'm in the final week of my second class. And almost forgot to do my work today, but I did it. So I just have to respond to other people's work before the end of the weekend. But the second class is basically done, and there's nothing special going on. It's just more the same, which on the one hand means that it's an easy A. On the other hand, it's kind of disappointing because I was expecting more from the class. It's kind of weird. My first two courses are... The first one was more frustrating. It was like I was excited for class to start, and then it did, and I was like, eh. But for this one, I was like, well, there's a class for this, and it hasn't really... It's been stuff that I could, breeze through. And in all honesty, I haven't put much effort into it. I have read none of the reading material because I essentially didn't have to, and I just kind of managed to get my work done without having to like worry about what the reading material was about. The only thing I have to worry about is part of the post that I have to make is I have to use specific keywords that are talked about in the reading material. Basically topics that they talk about. Topics that they talk about. Which is things like this week was stress. That's the only one I remember. How convenient. Stress, mindfulness, things like that. So you kind of have to say, like, how did this, which of these words from your reading material best explains, or which of these things in your reading material, I don't know, I don't remember the question. It was like, which of these words, like, Man, I'm really drawing a blank on it. It's like I read it, and I get it when I read it, but when I try to ask the question again, or, I just blank on it. Probably because it's just not a class that captured my attention. Now, the next class is going to be more interesting, because it actually has to do with the subject matter. This class has nothing to do with film at all. Maybe it does, and I just don't notice it. But It doesn't feel like it. That's all I know. I ran right over that hole. Oh, it's a cave. Let's go see it. Oh. My sounds are a little low. So this is the edge of the cave. And, this here is the wall. So all this is useless to me. Except for the materials I can get. I have plenty of torches to explore it. So, it's a little bit disappointing that my classes have been a little bit lackluster so far, but hopefully the momentum will pick up as we go on, because I'm excited to get into the actual film-related things, like script writing. This class we're doing next is more of history type stuff, so it's not going to be that great, but it'll at least be on topic, and maybe I'll find it to be more exciting. Right, I only have so many arrows. So 10 minutes, okay. Anything else happened recently? I went for a drive. Haven't done that in a while. Had some more financial issues that I've kind of fixed, but it's might affect me in the long run. I basically took out a line of credit with a company, but I kind of needed to do it because of the way things were going. I think I mentioned recently that my car payment bounced. If I didn't, I'm going to mention it now. So yeah, I've been having issues with my car payment, and most recently, the most recent payment I made bounce, and that's because my paycheck came 4 days after the amount was due, and I just set up the payment anyways because the last time I did that, my bank account just kind of took the hit, and then I got paid and everything was fine. I guess that's everything in here. But this time around, I did the thing, and payment bounced, and the money came back into my account. So I manually did the payment again, which apparently is a bad idea, because a couple days ago, the company I'm making payments to withdrew the money again in an attempt to make it work, I guess. They have not called me since then, so I'm actually really nervous about what's going on right now, because that's not a good sign. I'm already on thin ice with them. So yeah, they tried again, and it bounced again because I already paid them, and I'm at the end of my pay period. I get paid tomorrow, so I did not have the money to take care of it. And in the event that it did go through, I decided to make a quick fix, because if I let it go through and not do anything about it, then I would not have money to pay rent. So I took out a line of credit, and that fixed things now, but now I have to pay it back. So, and the payments are not impossible to make, but they are not great either. So, but I think I get to keep the line of credit for now. I'll have to see if there's a way to cancel it in the future, because I really only needed it for this one situation. But I definitely need to figure out a better source of income, and try to quell my spending habits, save money better, because That's not good. Let's see, anything else going on? I'll mention the big thing. There's not much. There hasn't been much going on the server lately. There is the new big city that people are starting to build in, and I still have no intentions of building there anytime soon, simply because I just don't have any ideas right now. I still got to work on this. But the other thing that's been going on is both Sjano and Dennis have run into a sign asking them a question about fear, and both of them were worded a little bit differently. One with the word react and the other with respond. And it's kind of part of a little series of things that I'm going to be doing over time. It's kind of dependent on this project, so I'm taking my time with it because it's going to take forever for me to dig this out, and then phase 2 is to build in the space I make, so it's going to take a while. So to hold people over, I'm doing this little book series where I led Sjano to one book and a couple other adventures which were related to it and might still be. I might back out of the whole idea there, but I'm going to keep pieces of it, like the whole corruption type thing that's going on with the church might be carried over to other things. So yeah, this time I had not only Sjano run into this, but also Dennis, just to see if see how they handle it. See how they both handle it, if they try to deal with it on their own or together. I kind of, I left them both part 2, and is kind of nudging them together, saying, hey, maybe, yeah, come together with this one. It's not, that was my phone. It's not this big grand adventure or anything. They will have to travel a little bit if they decide to go through with this. So the payoff is really just a book to read, but it'll be a nice little adventure, I think. It's something to do while the server is slow, because it has been pretty slow. We did get a new member. Who are they? Tiny Stranger is the name. So welcome. There have been a few people that have been added, but Tiny Stranger seems to be the most active, so he gets the official welcome. Or she, they get the official welcome. So, let's see. That's all the big stuff. I do intend to do a few more of these book things. I don't know if I'm just going to keep it with Sjano and or Dennis. I'm kind of seeing who reacts and responds to this the best. Sjano's always a reliable source of making good use of things like this, so I guess he'll be the most reliable. But if I can get other people involved in it, then that would be great too. I've always liked to do those longer, drawn-out kind of series of things. Ever since way back on Minecraft, when Zisto did the big prank that he did on Good. I tried to do things like that in the past, like the SCP Ender Pearl in the Season 3 world. It was supposed to continue to follow Muck around until he got sick of it, and then I would give him hints on how to get rid of it, kind of direct him to a place that has the book that tells him how to get rid of it. And the whole thing was going to be that he goes to one place, but the book isn't there anymore, which was my spawn town base. So it's going to have different SCPs in it, and each one has a book that explains what the thing is. And the book for this Ender Pearl was going to be missing, and all it has is like a sign that takes you somewhere else. And if he goes there, then he'll find, you know, the answer to his questions, basically. I kind of rushed it because it seemed like I rushed it because it ended up being dismissed, and I think I was being too vague with it. So some people, you just gotta hit them over the head with a sledgehammer, so to speak, to get their attention. but yeah, this time around, all right, that's fine. I didn't mean to press H, but it's a combination of of intros. But yeah, so this is kind of another attempt at doing it, and it's more casual. It's oops. They're not going to. I don't think they're going to have a grand conclusion, but I do intend to continue the corruption thing with the books, and maybe I think the grand conclusion will be whatever this build ends up being, or whatever this place ends up being. So I'll have to. I don't know how I'm gonna continue this beyond the books that I've made, because I'm basing them off of something. One of the books is actually based off of a different but similar something, and so, oh no, they're breaking my wall down. Stop. There we go. So yeah, I'm gonna have to find other source materials if this thing takes too long to make. Either that, or I'm just gonna have to really stretch the content out as far as I can. But I think I'm gonna end the episode off here. My last few videos have been kind of long, so I want to keep this one on the near side of 20 minutes instead of 30. So I do hope you guys have enjoyed watching, and I shall see you all next time.